Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Here's Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 31, Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it.
Number 3, Russell Wilson on the keeper.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch it go, 14.
On 1st down, Pro-Size. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield. But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Check, 42's the mic. Bring it. Check.
They'll run it. This is Pro-Size. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Pro-Size taking it in as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Running right, Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Adams has it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
57, Mike, 57. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing is Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
It's 2nd and alert. At the Packers' 18-yard line.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Got it. Brings up 3rd and 1. Tighten up. Check.
3rd and short, it's Procise. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 10-yard line. What? 42, check, Mike 42. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from second to third down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
No.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Pro-Size on the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
4 down. Check.
Here's Wilson, operating from the gun. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Pro-Size. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Myers' kick is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ezekiel Ansah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
I'm scared. Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 4. We got 4. 40.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run with Procise. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
25, check 25, check 25.
The shotgun handoff to Procise. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Flag 90. I'm trying to come 25, 25. Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Check. Move, team.
On 3rd down, Procise. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Procise. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They shakes him off. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun. Wilson forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Check X3. 218, jump.
At their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming, baby.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 30 yards. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Wilson to throw. He hits his running back, Procise. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. No.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
No. 319. 330. Check. Rush in. Jam. 22-jet bomber. Tight up.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hey, 58. 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here with a fullback, Vitale. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Green 80. 14, front it. Undercross.
He's back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.